Hello people, back video. Danganronpa Trial Chapter 2. Watch the last video if you missed it, so you know what's going on. Let's continue. Let's see what fate has in store for us. I looked around. Everyone held a bit of apprehension, but nevertheless, we all walked on to the elevator. Every time you stepped into this elevator, a feeling of dread came over us, or at least it overcame me, because I knew that if we were able to ascend up after the trial, we'd leave with less people than we entered with. I've never been good with loss. It's why Mom never let me have a pet. I'd not be able to cope if it died. And I don't think I'd cope if any more of us died. Still, we lost Echi. We almost lost Taka. We only barely survived. If we hadn't arrived, we could have bled to death. I was not going to let that attack go unpunished. We would deliver justice, no matter the cost.
Alright, if you don't mind me taking charge, I believe we should start with...
Did I tell you that you could start yet? No respect. Honestly, what have I ever done to you?
Well, the killing game, forcing us to do it so we get better, so that's one thing you've done.
Keep us against our will, force us to kill each other, holding our loved ones hostage, making our criminal offenses, and deepest, darkest secrets.
And that too. All that good, juicy stuff too.
Details. Back on track. Let's start with a simple explanation of the class trial.
No need.
You know what? Fuck it. You already know all this shit, and clearly you guys think you're too cool for me.
Yes, I am.
So just start or something.
Oh, also, I just realized, I think this is Shinku's sister right here, or a doll version of her. I think this is crap. I think this was the guy in Lyra's yearbook. If you haven't seen the last video, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But I don't know who the other three are.
Alright, I would like to start with our locations during the time of the murder. I myself got a note directing me to the infirmary.
I similarly got a note like that. Clearly, they got a hold of my secret.
I was in the infirmary with them. Got a cool little note talking about all the weird ways we all made money. Did you guys know that street magicians steal your money? That's wild!
I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say... I don't think street magicians are meant to do that.
Well, that's what Razy did. And that's not even his crime.
No, what are you playing at? You did what?
Ooh. Huh. So did she get his motive at some point?
Not right now. We have bigger things to discuss.
Wait, but...
I said after the trial.
Yeah, the trial is more important. So we gotta figure who killed my boy, Ichi, for Gataro's sake. Speak of the cotton candy devil.
If you're so insistent, then where were you, Carmine?
Medicine storage. Mitt and Shinku were also there. They can back me up. Sorry, smartass, but your plan to catch me off guard failed.
And what were you doing there?
It was a setup. Amelia was given information about me that made her invite me there, and Mint joined shortly after due to a note.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea not to mention the fact that she tried to kill me, because that would be a whole other situation that we don't want to deal with.
That's 6 people with notes. I am starting to notice a pattern.
Yeah, I am too, actually.
But me and Kyo got sus notes. None at all. 0.
Thanks.
Don't you feel special? Everyone hated you so much, no one gave you a note! Whoa!
Oh, I just realized, I don't think Taka's in the class trial. Well, he can't talk, obviously, but... Interesting. I thought he would still be in the trial, but not say anything. But I guess not.
Me and Katara both got notes about forgery. We were in the gym, but I sensed something's off.
You made us leave really quickly. If only we were quicker. I miss him. I miss him.
I know you do, buddy.
Yes, I know it sucks, and I'm trying very hard to be empathetic. But sweetie, we do need to focus on the trial.
I don't know. I don't really trust her because she seems nervous. I don't know. Because last time, when they mentioned that Alora and Basement Creep, which I'm gonna call him from now on, said they didn't get notes, she was like, "Oh crap, you didn't?" So I got my eye on you.
Me and Suki were both invited to Lab 1 due to notes relating to our involvement in pageants.
That's true. So that leaves the only other person without a note being...
Oh wait, he is here. Okay, I thought he would just be out. I guess not. Okay.
And he was attacked, so...
Taka may have an alibi due to him being attacked, but what about Kiyoshi and Alora? They have no notes and currently no alibi.
Well, my dear, I'm glad you asked.
Kyoshi kept me in this room being discussed about my very existence. Yay!
I don't think that you should be very proud of that. That...
Disgusted is a strong word, darling.
Revolted!
Okay.
Nevertheless, we both have alibis. We were with each other the entire time.
So, wait, do we all have alibis?
Well, if that is the case, then we're at square one still. But I doubt that.
Then what? Speak! Finish your goddamn sentences, my lord!
Then how could this murder have even taken place?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing I've been trying to figure out since the last video. Since a debate is about to break out. Non-stop debate is about to start. An argument you can refute. Yeah, should have. Okay. You will get the option refute. You will. Okay. You know how this goes. You're playing a fan game. You've probably played a million other fan games. Or you haven't. In which case, I would recommend playing other RPG Maker fan games, as you're finally reaching the bottom of the barrel of your hunt. Thanks, I guess? Good luck. Okay. Hopefully this is...
So we were all busy? Then maybe the murder occurred before the meetings?
But how would the killer plant the notes while committing the murder? Unless the notes were placed after the murder.
But what's the point distracting everyone after it's all done? Unless you wanted to hide the time of the murder, that is.
Well, with the fact all of us were busy at the time, Is it possible Ichi committed suicide? That man was quite the hermit after all.
Ichi would never do that! And I know him better than anyone!
Okay, we gotta focus. Must be something I'm missing.
So we were all
Okay,
busy?
so it's gotta be...
Then maybe the murder occurred
gotta be
before the
hers.
meetings?
But how would the killer plant the notes while committing the murder? Unless the notes were placed after the murder.
But what's the point distracting everyone after it's all done? Unless you wanted to hide the time of the murder, that is.
Well, with the fact all of us were busy at the time, is it possible Ichi committed suicide?
Okay, refute.
No, that's wrong.
No, because if it was suicide, it would be stupid. Then there wouldn't be blood.
It can't have been a suicide.
Yeah, if it was a suicide, then there would be no blood, and it's not, because there is blood.
And why would that be?
The bloody fingerprints. It indicates that Ichi, until the very end, tried to get out of the ropes.
See? It's what I've been telling you all! Ichi wouldn't want to die!
Still, that could just indicate Eiichi regretted the decision at the last minute.
Okay, but what would have Ichi even stepped on to hang himself with?
There is no riddle about hanging yourself with an ice block.
I'm gonna say there was no giant ice block incident in this murder, Lori.
Or wasn't there, like, desks in there or something? But... no, if that was the case, then the desk would have been moved. So no, it's not a suicide. I feel kind of bad for him that he can't talk, because that would be very annoying. But at the same time, he says dumb shit all the time in the trials, so, yeah.
So it's back to looking at timings to see who could have done it.
I don't think there's a point in doing that.
Is Mint louder than last time? I think so.
Huh? Why?
Why isn't there a use in looking at the timings? Oh, the clocks.
I got it!
Yeah.
All the clocks around the lab were broken, weren't they?
Oh goodness! Of course! The killer must have done that themselves.
But it depends how many clocks there were, because if there was a ton of clocks, the killer wouldn't have been able to do that. Unless they were already broken to begin with. But I think they established that they weren't, so I don't know.
So you're saying the killer specifically sabotaged the clocks to hide the exact timings of when each meeting occurred?
Okay, so they did break them. Okay.
That actually makes sense.
Alrighto, let's move on then. No use discussing alibis.
Wait, hold up. So, the killer organized and orchestrated all the meetings and set up the clocks?
I know it may shock you, but that's actually what we've been discussing this entire time.
Oi, you don't get to sass me, fucko. What I'm saying is all of this seems very planned. The murder was definitely premeditated. It wasn't a spontaneous thing.
Yeah, whoever the killer is, because they knew if they did it in front of Taka, he wouldn't be able to talk, so he wouldn't be able to rat them out right away. But he was knocked out. Well, he probably saw the crime being committed, and then the killer knocked him out, thinking that he died, but in reality he didn't. That's a guess.
So then why is Taka, you know?
The attack on him did seem very rushed. Huh?
But the rest of it seems planned.
Oh, is it one of those situations where Taka, the wrong place, the wrong time situations? Is that what his situation was?
If the killer was this super-minded genius who could plan everything so freakishly, then why did Taka's attack seem so lazy?
Yeah, oi! We may know that the notes and timing were organized, but what about the actual murder?
You're being simple-minded. Can't you see all the little things the killer did?
What I see is my friend is dead, and Taka got off scot-free! How is that fair?
This is bad. They're letting their emotions get ahead of their logic. We gotta find a piece of evidence that directly proves that this was premeditated attempt, despite save. Welcome to Hangman's Rush. In this minigame, you will have to run around collecting dolls. Each doll will contain a letter of the word that you're looking for. Once you've collected all the dolls, you will have to figure out what they spell to get the key to the puzzle. Good luck remembering what you've forgotten. Well, my memory is terrible, so this is gonna go well for me. Oh god, you're timed. Of course you are. Okay. T. S. Okay, TS. TSG. Oh god. There's one down there. TSG, 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 TSGR, TSGR, TSGR. I don't have enough time. TSGR, TSGR, TSGRN, TSER. God, I fucked that up already. I'm not being fast enough. Oh god. Okay. You gotta be quick then. Come on. Oh, come on. Okay, I gotta restart that. Fuck. God, yeah, I gotta restart this again. God damn it. Okay. Oh god! Ah, there's another one up there! Okay, I might jump cut this. Go! Yes! Shit.
Got it.
Let's go!
There's no use arguing that this wasn't premeditated.
Bro, I just stopped talking there for a second. I'm like, I might have to jump cut this. I just chose a random word too.
Especially considering the strings present at the scene of the crime.
That was stressful.
What about that?
Think about it. They were tied to Eiichi, and they were tied to the spotlights.
I see now. The strings indicate that there was once a trap there.
Shit, that also explains how someone was able to overpower Ichi when he was the strongest here.
And that light attached to the spotlight. It means that the spotlight could have easily have been tilted in his eyes to stun him if he tried to fight back.
And if this murder wasn't premeditated, the strings would not be there.
So, it was all a setup?
All of this was.
Taka must have ruined their plan or something by walking in.
I knew it, yeah. Because he was an afterthought.
Since he didn't get a note, they probably didn't account for him being around during the murder.
They probably thought I'd take him with me.
Yep.
Hold on! Ichi could be a bit dumb, but he wasn't stupid enough to walk into an obvious trap!
Well, not unless there was something there to lure him there.
Not stupid enough, unless a certain suggestion influenced him.
Ray, what the fuck did you do?
Nothing, I assure you.
Oh yeah, if you guys remember, that whole hypnotist show, yeah, it was Ichi, Alora, and crap, and Taka, right? Yeah, those three, and he said something to each of them. And the only normal one to come out of that hypnotist show was Ichi. So I thought that was suspicious before.
Bullshit. You gave both Taka and Alora hidden suggestions and just so happened to forget Ichi.
Yeah, that still rubs me the wrong way. That he's the only normal one to come out of that.
Ray, my dude, it is kinda hard to buy you did nothing.
Hypnosis is physically unable to make someone do something that goes against their morals. So, hypothetically, if I did give Eiji a secret suggestion, it would have no effect on the murder.
Man! Hypnosis is cool!
Please, Ray, someone died. We need you to be honest here.
I told you, I did nothing.
I highly doubt that, but okay, whatever.
If it weren't for you, Taka would have been able to scream for help, and this could have been prevented.
You should have been able to snap out of it if you wished. Not my fault.
We'd also still have Alora to help us out during this trial.
Oh, they're trying to blame him for this.
Hey, I'm still useful. I have a PhD, Four Eyes.
It's really not my fault if you rely on a single person to do anything around here.
Mr. Ray? Stop it!
Oh?
Stop trying to protect me. It's fine. I don't care if they all hate me. I just want Ichi's killer dead.
Oh? Did you murder Ichi brutally? Glad you're admitting to it.
Alora, that's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard.
No! But I think this might be my fault.
How so?
Do continue.
Ichi always talked so sadly about this old friend he had who was also in the lab.
Oh yeah, I think he mentioned this with Shinku. Yeah, he was about to say something to Shinku, but he got cut off.
I never learned about who it was, but he talked about how they were childhood friends.
Crap, dude. Now I regret not doing his, freedom events. Crap.
And that their relationship started straining during their teen years. And I thought, if I could just get Ichi to trust others more, he could repair that friendship. I just wanted to repay him for everything he'd done for me.
So as soon as I proposed a hypnosis show, Kotaro talked with me. And I agreed to give Eiichi the suggestion to be more trusting and forgiving of old friends.
Okay.
But I hardly see how that's relevant to the murder, so let's just continue.
I mean, it kind of is relevant a little bit. Because he's the one that died, so...
Please, I think I might have to employ a no intense mental breakdowns in the trial rule. Because honestly, this is a murder case, not free therapy and Alcoholics Anonymous.
Ichi told me about him knowing someone in this lab. He tried to warn me about them. Oh yeah, that's right. He did, yeah. But there's no use focusing on that now when I don't have anything to prove who it is. My thoughts were caught up by someone else speaking.
Okay, bozos, if we know we were manipulated by those notes, and many of those notes contained our secrets from that motive, then who the fuck would be able to get that many secrets?
Oh, I think I know what direction they're going. Oh no.
We all only got one, right? No one just got all of them.
Oh no, this is not good. Lyra, not looking good for her.
Nah, it's totally the case everyone completely hates you. Even Monomeko. So you only got one, when we all got like 20.
Bite me.
Did you really have to make her so sassy?
I think it's amusing.
Kind of is.
Ditto. Anywho, that is a good point on Amelia's end.
I don't think it's the case that Monomeko played favorites.
Even if I totally would.
Right. Someone must have gotten them another way. That must have been through...
Missing monopads.
Got it! Those monopads in Lyra's room. I found them before the trial.
Oh boy, this is not looking good for her.
Lyra, you stole those from us, didn't you?
Silence speaks louder than words.
Lyra, speak to me. Why did you have our secrets?
No, Lyra, you didn't. Did you?
I still believe it's not her, even though there's a little bit of evidence towards her. I feel like it's not her.
Fuck me.
You had everyone's secrets, Lai?
Bro, he looks shook.
Answer me! This isn't a game anymore, it's...
You won't like any answer I can give you.
She also knew to get out of the gym and go to the lecture hall. You knew something was going to happen!
And if you weren't too reluctant to leave, we could have stopped it, huh? What can I say to convince you that it wasn't me?
I know damn well it's not her, but the game's trying to make you think it's her, but it's really not.
Maybe start by reassuring me that everything about you isn't a complete and total lie.
Oh yeah, that's right. They've been hanging out.
Oh my god, stop trying to help her. Let her crash and burn. She'll learn. Trust me. The attention just encourages her.
Is she going back to normal?
It's her! She did it! She did it! Lyra killed my best friend!
That's a heavy accusation there, buddy.
I didn't! My god, give me 2 seconds to speak.
I hate you! I hate you so much! I hope you die!
Well, if you throw the trial, everyone else dies besides the real Blackett. So, if that happens, then you won't get the justice that for your friend.
Hold on, stop that!
Why should I? She deserves it! She deserves all of it!
You're being irrational and stupid.
Thank you, Takiko. Thank you.
Me? Stupid? I know more than some of you will ever learn in your whole lives. I'm special.
I'm sure you are.
Ichi told me so.
Then be open-minded and think about this. You and Lyra met up in the gym, right?
Yeah.
Do you realize how far away that is from the lecture hall?
It's pretty far.
It's on a completely different side of the lab.
Exactly. If the murder occurred closely to the time of the meetings, or even during some of them, how would Lila even be able to get to the lecture hall to commit the murder?
Exactly.
That distance would take a while to travel.
And plus, I'm pretty sure you would be spotted. Yeah, you would be spotted easily.
But then again, we don't know the exact time the murder occurred.
Yeah, thanks to someone deciding to fuck up the clocks.
So, unless the murder took place long before the meetings, there's no way it could be Lila.
I feel the debate starting once again. Okay.
The murder must have been during the meetings. Taka is still entirely unaccounted for. He could have knocked himself out to put off suspicion.
It's clear the murder couldn't have occurred too close to the meetings. There's no way someone could have left the lecture hall without being seen.
Well, they clearly couldn't have done it early in the morning, as I was in the lecture hall at that point.
Bro, it's funny you can refute him when he can't say anything. That's funny.
Man, it's so sad his parents never taught him to speak. Maybe he witnessed the whole thing, and we never know.
Okay.
The murder must have been during the meetings.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I gotta
Taka is still entirely unaccounted for.
Refute,
He could have knocked himself out
the
to put off
basement creep.
suspicion.
Continue.
It's clear the murder couldn't have occurred too close to the meetings. There's no way someone could have left the lecture hall without being seen.
Refute.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, because the killer can just, do their crime and then slip out
There is
the
a way
ma-
the killer could have escaped. That maintenance door.
Yeah, the killer could do the crime and then slip out the door.
And what then? Walk across the pipes?
Well, Kyo, some people didn't fail PE like you did and can actually balance.
Damn, they are relentless in this game. I have no chill.
Well, considering the footprints, it's safe to say the killer most likely left that way.
And they could have easily plopped down onto the ground and entered any of the rooms in Lab Side 1 without any detection.
So, it's someone on that side of the lab?
But that doesn't make sense.
Huh?
If Lyra couldn't have committed the murder, then why did she have all our secrets?
Either A, they were trying to frame her for this case, or B, it has something to do with, her school yearbook, because there were people circled and stuff, so, I don't know.
Yeah, and how'd she know something was gonna happen?
Yeah, how did she know?
Please answer me.
For once in your life, you! I can't. What's it all been worth if I just tell you?
I'm guessing if she told her, then I don't know. She might not trust her a whole lot.
You're not making sense, you fool.
I can't tell you. So just blame me and hate me, okay? Easier that way and all that shit.
No, there must be a reason. There's always a reason.
Yeah, it has to do something with her school book or whatever.
I'm not some fucking case study for you all to psychoanalyze, Jesus Christ.
Fortunately, I did need to psychoanalyze her. It could be the key to everything. I had to find the answer. Why was Lara Chantel doing this? Welcome to Cat's Conundrum. In this minigame, you will run through a maze in a game of cat and mouse, trying to navigate your way to the end to find the answer to a particular question. Oh god, a maze? Oh, I hate mazes. Local units in the maze will try and harm you and throw your logic off. Avoid them at all costs. When you get to the end of the maze, you'll be presented with 3 options. You must read the signs for the paths. Go down the path that makes the most sense, and if it's correct, you succeed. Oh! I have no idea what I'm doing. I might... Well then, this might be a segment I'm gonna have to skip over until I get to the answer because I got lucky with the first one. Okay, I'll try it one more time. Yeah, run through the maze. Okay, yeah, avoid the... Go. Oh my... Yeah, I'm gonna have to skip this, bro. I'm not in the mood for this crap. Okay, yeah, I'll be right back. I'm really not in the mood for this crap. Okay, I'm back. Wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it was still annoying.
I got it! Lyra, you're being blackmailed, aren't you?
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. She's being blackmailed. That would explain the evidence we found in her room.
Someone must have taken your secret. That's why Mononeko said yours was unavailable when I asked.
Guess you guys are just too smart for me, huh?
Well, whatever they're blackmailing you with must have been super messed up if you got everyone's secrets to avoid it being leaked.
Tell us what's blackmailing you.
Again, it's got to be related to, her, yearbook.
I wish. Unfortunately, the sneaky bitch has just been communicating with me through notes in my room. Said if I didn't get them all, they'd tell everyone my secret.
What, that you're an assassin or something?
What is it? It can't be that bad.
Trust me, dude. If you heard that secret, I don't think I'd be breathing by the end of tomorrow.
Okay, I've never seen her like this before. I'm a little creeped out. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that's not completely fucking ominous, is it?
Right?
Listen, I'll tell you one day. But not right now. Shit. I'm really not strong enough to stop lying, huh?
I mean, we still don't know that though. I mean, we do, but we don't. I don't know.
Regardless, we should get on with the case.
Sounds like a solid plan to me.
Well, we know it can't be anyone who was on lab side 2. So that leaves me, Yui, Ismene, Takiko, and Rei.
Okay, but that just leaves Ismene, Asuga, and Rei, doesn't it?
So quick to make assumptions. Slay!
You let out a heavy sigh.
Wait, why are we ruling out Takiko and Yui so quickly?
Have you seen them? They're built like goddamn twigs. How could they overpower Ichi?
That is a good point.
3 suspects left. We could kill Ichi's murderer.
Hold on. We can't instantly rule out those two.
Yeah, we can.
Do you not have eyes, Noodle Boy? Anyone could throw those two against the wall.
Yeah, well, even noodles can be deadly. So
I do doubt I could even start anything with Ichi.
Still, who says there was a physical conflict? They could have attacked them in a different way.
Do you have any proof of that?
I think I do. Yeah. This is bad. I need to find a way to prove my point before the automatically rules out 2 suspects. Maybe I can find something to back up someone else. First up debate is going to be a tad different. In this non-stop debate, you're gonna actually collaborate with people. Wow! In this debate, you're gonna argue against people you're trying to find a statement you agree with, and then shoot it with a bullet of evidence to back their statement up. Good luck.
You're being stupid. Have you even seen the two of them? There's no way they could overpower Ichi.
Hey, I just realized, I think, Ichi's a cat.
Is there even any proof there was a physical conflict? And even if there was one, isn't it entirely possible the killer could have caught him off guard?
In that lecture hall? How would they even do that? Unless they weren't even killed there.
Well, that's dumb, because there would be blood otherwise.
There's plenty of ways to distract someone. The killer could have made a really loud noise. Just like this!
My ears, holy crap.
Please shut up, darling.
I gotta focus.
You're being stupid. Have you even seen the two of them? There's no way they could overpower Ichi.
Is there even any proof there was a physical conflict? And even if there was one, isn't it entirely possible the killer could have caught him off guard?
In that lecture hall? How would they even do that? Unless they weren't even killed there.
There's plenty of ways to distract someone. The killer could have made a really loud noise. Just like this!
Please shut up, darling.
I'll be honest, I don't really know. Hold on. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to really think about this. Cause I don't really want to mess up.
You're being stupid! Have you even seen the two of them? There's no way they could overpower Ichi.
Is there even any proof there was physical conflict? And even if there was one, isn't it entirely possible the killer could have caught him off guard?
Actually, yes. It is possible. With the
That's it.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, because I think Takiko did mention that the stage light was positioned weird. Yeah.
Of course, that's it. Takiko noticed the position of the spotlight had shifted.
I had to think about that because I really don't want to lose any more lives.
The killer must have tilted it to get it into Ichi's eyes mid-conflict, distracting him.
Indeed, that's how they must have gotten him into that string trap.
The strings must have been placed so they could easily tug it towards his line of sight. Goodness, just to what degree was this all planned?
It does appear like it was planned for quite a while.
Wow! All of you must have been super dumb to not have noticed them planning it sooner.
Silence! The others may be, but I am not intellectually challenged.
Well, damn. Okay.
Well, since they've most likely been planning it since they blackmailed me to get all your secrets, isn't it reasonable to assume they've had this in mind before the hypnosis show was even planned?
Ooh, that's a good point, actually, yeah.
To think someone may have tried to sabotage my wonderful show.
Your wonderful show? Stopped someone from screaming for help. Possibly got someone killed. And ruined my muse.
It's quite literally not my fault you don't get any bitches aside from me, Kyo.
Damn! Damn!
You don't even get her.
Wait, so if it was planned before the party, was there any hints at the party that something was even being set up?
That I don't know. I'd have to look at my old video to see.
Well, Kotaro and Eiichi were in charge of security, with Mint and Amelia helping here and there.
That's true.
And I guarded the door perfectly, so it's not my fault!
But did they know that there was a maintenance door? If they didn't, then you could easily set up your crime.
Shut up, Kotaro. You helped Maiko last time. You could have done it again.
I didn't help Maiko, and I wouldn't ever hurt Ichi! If you're so smart, what did you do?
Well, she did almost try to kill Shinku and Mint, so...
Well, for your information, short-ass, I checked the stage and set up the spotlights.
Did you see anything on them?
Nope, no strings or any of that shit.
And what was Mint in charge of?
The vents. Why do you ask?
Oh, because he said, there was nothing in the vents, but there was. I think it was a cloth or something in there.
And you didn't see the fabric stuffed in there during the show?
Cloth, same thing.
No, I promise.
With the stage and lights, people can back up not seeing them either. But with the vents, it was only you checking them, Mint. So, how can anyone back up your claims? You better not be lying.
He probably is lying! He probably killed Ichi! He did it! He did it!
Okay, I want to let Taro right now, but he's throwing accusations everywhere and it's not helping.
Calm your titties, lovely. Do you have any proof?
Yeah, where's the proof? Minty couldn't do any of that.
Do I have to point out the fact his gardening shears were at the scene of the crime?
No, they weren't. You're being stupid. If they were there, smartass, then why didn't anyone see them?
Well, technically someone did. Amelia. Trying to hide evidence.
I saw them.
And yeah, Shinku saw him too, but still.
Zip it, Shinku!
You've been trying to conceal a comically scissor-shaped object behind your jacket this entire trial.
Okay, yeah, I thought it would have been obvious. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It would be extremely obvious that there were giant scissors.
You're not subtle, my dude. Just admit your friend could have done it.
Shut up! It can't be Minty!
While Amelia's way of trying to protect him is inconvenient, I really don't think it's Mint either.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, can we just move on from this ridiculous accusation and focus on...
Nuh-uh! You're stupid!
What is the soundtrack?
Come on, Shishi. You're being a big hypocrite. That's no fair. Play fair already. You didn't rule me and Yui out earlier, so you can't rule out Mint's involvement somehow. So let's play until your mind is back on the right track, okay?
Motor Showdown's about to start. It's a lot different this time. Your aim is to run around the clock all your thoughts, aka all your sparkles you see around the map. However, while doing this, you must avoid the person you're arguing against. If they touch you, then you take damage. After 2 rounds of this, you will be given one final question to solve. Okay. Takiko is OP as... Oh, God. Oh, boy, here we go.
Mint's been involved with gangs before. No wonder he wanted to blackmail Lai. Probably works for that awful
No. Oh, good.
After you and Amelia to that meeting?
No,
You're
go away.
letting your bias use control of you.
Wait, am I tied?
Involved with gangs before. No wonder he wanted to blackmail Lai. Probably works for that awful, stupid man. Isn't it convenient that he arrived after you and Amelia to that meeting? You're letting your bias use control of you.
Okay.
biases? Taki, your argument against Mint just involves his past involvement in hiding evidence for gangs. I hardly see how that's relevant. Besides, we already ruled out the people on Lab Side 2. They couldn't have gotten to the lecture hall in time.
We said it was the most likely option, not 100% what happened.
Oh, that's quick! Oh!
You could have easily lied.
Fuck. God, she's quick. Fuck. Oh god, I need to restart the... Okay. Again, I might skip all of this.
Mint's been involved with gangs before. No wonder he wanted to blackmail Lai. He probably works for that awful, stupid man.
argument against Mint just involves his past involvement in hiding evidence for
You
gangs.
gotta be careful now. She's gonna be extremely
Hard to
quick
see
here.
how that's relevant. Besides, we already ruled out the people on Lab Side 2. They couldn't have gotten to the lecture hall in time.
We said it was the most likely option. No 100% what happened. No one else took the vents. We could have easily lied.
Oh god. She's quick. Oh shit.
He isn't Mint. He must have some involvement.
No.
Most likely option.
That's fucking unfair. You spawned her right behind me. What the fuck?
He could have easily lied.
That's complete bullshit. What the hell? They spawned her right behind me. That's complete bullshit. What the hell, man? Okay. I'll be right back, guys. Jesus Christ.
Were probably used for cutting the strings.
Okay, I got it. Jesus Christ, that took forever. Because I kept dying on the second phase of that. Because the game didn't tell you, or if it did, I missed it, that you could use the shift key to sprint. That was complete utter bullshit, dude. Jesus.
The initial string trap must have been the strings around Ichi's arms.
Oh yeah, they had like an option to choose what the scissors were used for. I chose the string or whatever.
So you're saying they restrained him first with the trap, then hung him with the rope around his neck?
Exactly. And they must have used the gardening shears to cut the strings later to quicken the hanging.
So the shears were simply used for one job, and to frame Mint.
I can assure you, I didn't murder anyone.
Another great defense! Your Honor, I couldn't murder them because I said so.
Well, I know damn well for a fact that it was not Mint. So lay off him.
At least they're acting as a good stand-in for Taka while he's MIA.
Bro's embarrassed.
More importantly, we can conclude that Mint wasn't lying about the vents being empty during the party.
Not to mention, we can rule him out, and just focus on the people who are in Lab Side 1.
But then, what was the point of the fabric anyway?
I think it's fairly simple.
Care to grace us all with your knowledge if it's so simple?
Yui.
Sorry, I'm really trying to be nicer.
Are you though?
Well, consider. 3 of us were situated to meet in the infirmary, a room right next to the lecture hall.
Oh, shit. If the vents weren't blocked, it's likely you'd be able to hear some noises coming from the hall.
Exactly. The vents were blocked with fabric to act as soundproofing, for if Aichi got loud.
Yeah, and then no one would hear him or anything going on in the room. Okay, I got it.
Which makes sense, because I don't think Ichi would just let the killer gag him without a fight first.
He did say to only fight back in self-defense.
Our culprit here really thought things through.
Certainly, but all the notes, the traps, the blackmailing, the little details in the lecture hall.
What a little weirdo! Measuring everything right down to the width of the strings to make them hard to see when stretched out.
Sounds like a nerd!
Or someone who's very good at organization and controlling people.
Controlling people?
You know, it feels like we were all played like actors on stage. Our place is orchestrated, our secrets planted. Everything was micromanaged here.
Someone who could plan everything to this degree. Someone who was on Lab Side 1. Someone concerned about even something as small as soundproofing. There's only one person whose talent requires the level of precision when organizing. And that is... Okay, It's not her. It's not her. It's not Dracul, because he's fucking dead. It's not him, because he's dead. Can't be her. Can't be her. Can't be him. Definitely not him. Not her. Definitely not him. Not Melody Pretty either. No. Definitely not him, because he can't even talk. Not her. I know. I think I mentioned this in the last video, that she seemed nervous that I think it was Alora and Basement Creep didn't get notes. And I'm thinking it might be her. Okay, somebody just loops. It has to be her. It's gotta be.
I got it! Yui. This is all your fault, isn't it?
Yeah, like I said, what gave it away for me is when she was freaking out that those two didn't get notes. Busted.
Huh?
You killed him, didn't you?
Huh? Little me? Killing someone? Huh? No. No. You've got it all wrong. You'd have to be completely stunted intellectually to even consider such a thing.
I mean, it sucks, because I actually kind of liked her, but... Saving again? Okay.
Jeez, this class trial is really heating up, huh? Well, screw that. I want some time in the spotlight. It's time for Mononoko's super cool, mega awesome sprinkles on tap Q&A. First question is from Discord user JustBlueLO. Weird name, but okay. They ask, so Mononoko, do you know that everyone thinks you're a little cutie, a little scrunkly, and totally not a scary killing massacring machine? Damn right I do. I know I'm cute. I'm built specifically to appeal to your foolish standards of cuteness. Which just makes it even easier to catch you off guard. Next question. This is from Shamari-chan. Okay, a slightly more normal name. What bird of cat are you, Mononoko? Sourdough.
Sourdough. It was supposed to say breed, but they put bread instead. That's funny, I like that.
Now I've got one from Oh God, it's Leo again. Are you aware that lemons are just yellow oranges?
Are they? Are they? Huh.
Well, Leo, are you aware that I never want to hear those words again? And finally, our last question is from Turning the Fucking Mouse Gay.
That's an interesting name if I've ever heard names before. That's really interesting.
Okay, no normal names for me, I guess. They ask, your mom.
Your mom.
Well, folks, that's all we've got for today. We're never doing this again. Enjoy the trial.
Realistically, you're the only one it can be, aren't you?
Huh? No. Come on, cheekbones. I'm trying to do better. It can't be me. Why are you spreading lies all of a sudden?
I mean, it is her, but as to how and why, I don't know.
Why are you getting all accusatory all of a sudden? All I've ever done is help you at trials, help make the hypnosis show safe. And this is how you repay me?
Well, you have anything to prove this was a baseless accusation?
Of course! I was with Asuga when the murder took place. What are you even doing accusing me?
Well, that's still close enough to the lecture hall to make it so you could have rushed through to go see Asuga after it.
Should I talk slower? Like you're 5 years old. Sweetie, wouldn't someone see and hear me running through?
Well, the lab was completely cleared out thanks to the notes, so...
Honey, the infirmary was closer to the lecture hall, and if the lab was cleared out, they could have gotten there easily. Need I mention Ismene, Ray, and Takiko were all at the infirmary? You should focus on them.
She has a point. Realistically, it's more likely it's one of the people in the infirmary.
If I was the hypothetical murderer or whatever, why couldn't I just orchestrate the notes so I ended up in the infirmary? But dearie, if you have some damning evidence that you can use to convict me, be my guest. Cat got your tongue?
No, I just don't have anything. Yet.
Thinking back to my conversation with Yui in Lab 1, while I don't know exact timings due to the clocks, I think it was around 20 minutes. So I think Yui might be in the clear. That does feel like a pretty solid alibi. I didn't hear any running.
None of the notes had exact times on them, right?
Of course not. We'd realize the clocks were all broken if they did.
But our meeting seemed way longer than 20 minutes.
True. I reckon we were there for around 40 minutes before the body discovery.
How long were you waiting for, Asuga?
I'd say around 5 minutes. Albeit I didn't see the note until much later, because I was hanging out with Taka in the morning, so I showed up a bit late.
So, your meeting occurred later?
That's interesting, actually.
Leaving a, 25-minute interval to commit the murder?
If that is the case, that's a lot of time to do your crime.
That seems reasonable.
And the fact that Asuga and Yui's meeting was later seemed really super suspicious.
Ooh! Are we suggesting the stupid music bimbo is actually smart and specifically learned her routines to meet up with someone who showed up later?
That level of intelligence seems a little far-fetched for Yui.
Exactly! I hate to admit it, but I'm much more the beauty than the brains.
You fucking wish. If you're any of the bees, you're a bitch.
Well, damn.
It seems unlikely, but it is possible Yui learned our patterns to that extent and used them to commit the murder.
She might not be as stupid as she let on.
Should I talk slower like you're an idiot, sweetie? I didn't kill him. Even if I was this all-powerful master manipulator. What kind of dense idiot would I be to not give Kiyoshi and Laura notes too?
Well, the fact that you seemed nervous when they mentioned it. Kinda makes you a dumbass for not realizing that.
Surely, if I was as smart as you all are claiming, I wouldn't risk walking through the halls when they were walking freely around. It would simply unravel the entire plan, so I couldn't have done it.
She has a good point.
Yeah, she does. Think. There must be something.
Who said you got out through the main doors?
Maintenance door. That's exactly what they're going. Where they're going. Maintenance door.
I'm sorry. What do you mean? You must be confused, sweetie.
No, don't do that. Don't patronize me. Don't pull your games with me. Especially when you could have easily gotten out through that maintenance door.
Exactly.
And what then? Walked along the pipes to get to Lab 1 without having to walk through the hallway?
That could actually work.
You can't be serious.
No, wait! I saw those pipes. They were thick enough for someone to walk across if they were balanced.
Yeah, but you're also literally 3 feet tall, so I take whatever you say with a grain of salt.
Well, Mononeko, can you confirm?
Of course I can! I literally own this stuff!
Then do you care to part with your oh-so-holy and sacred knowledge of this place?
No.
Of course not.
Please. Can you work out nothing for yourself? Please, please, please. Okay, fine. Just never do that again. Anyone here could most likely walk through those pipes if they had balance. Well, aside from Eiichi, but he kind of left him hanging, so...
Really, Mononeko? You just had to go there? You really had to go there? Okay. Okay, buddy, you really had to go there?
Well, there you go, Yui. There's your damning evidence.
You could have gotten out in those pipes. Do you have nothing to say?
No, I have a lot to say. I'm just taking a moment to process how incredibly mentally stunted you all must be to think I could do this.
Oh my.
Everyone is shooketh.
Seriously, think about it. Little old me, really?
That's not a proper defense.
It's really not.
Yes, but you know what is? Think about it. We had to hoist up Kotaro so we could reach the maintenance store.
Oh, that is true. But you should probably use something else to hoist yourself up.
So please tell me, sweetheart. How the fuck could I possibly get up there all on my own?
It's pretty simple, actually, if you think about it. I know exactly how she got up there.
Well, she could have used the curtain. But there's no proof of that.
You're being so mean to me. There's no way I could have done. I'm not strong enough to climb up. Then how were you able to pick me up? You're nothing but a two-faced liar!
Maybe there was some other way up. Do you really think she's smart enough to use the maintenance store in the first place?
She may appear weak and stupid, but there's no other way she could have left the lecture hall.
Well, she could have used the curtain. But there's no proof of that.
Is it mint? That might be mint I have to refute.
You're being so mean to me. There's no way I could have done. I'm not strong enough to climb up.
I don't know, it might be her too. Crap. Okay, I'm gonna try her first. And if I'm wrong, I'll try mint. Fuck! Okay.
Well, she could have used the curtain. But there's no proof of that.
Okay, I'm gonna try mint real quick.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
There is proof. The footprints.
Well, I knew there was footprints, but I don't know if it was either mint or her. Guess it was mint.
True, they clearly show someone used the curtain to climb up.
So, Minty accidentally figured out how the killer got up there? Congrats!
Thank you?
Do you have anything to say for yourself? You...
No.
Not even a defense or anything? You okay, my dude?
Why would I need a defense? Because you killed Ichi! No, I didn't.
There's literally evidence against you that you did, so...
Besides, we may have figured out that the killer used the curtain to get back to the maintenance store, but... that only proves how the killer did it. It doesn't prove I did it.
Well, she does have a point there.
You clearly did it. Just give in.
Well, no, okay, never mind. We do know how they did it, but we also do have proof against her that she did it as well.
Clearly did it?
What's so funny, treble cunt?
Hey, yo!
Should I talk slower like you're incompetent?
You're accusing me on the basis there are footprints, I was on lap 2, and the vent is blocked. You are all entirely incompetent, idiotic, and ignorant to accuse me on such little evidence.
Then inform us. Who else could have done it?
Gladly.
Since you're all so dead set on ignoring the blatant truth,
I suppose I'll help you out despite the fact you're so eager to send me to my death. Let me run you through this slowly, since all of you seem incapable of anything above learning the alphabet. So the killer cannot be anyone in the infirmary due to the timing discrepancy.
That is correct.
But they have to be someone on lab side 1, which narrows it down to me and Asuga.
Which is why we suspect you.
And we know the killer escaped the lecture hall by traversing the lab on the pipes. Now, since you're all so smart, I'll let you figure this out. Who do you think is more likely to pull off such a risky escape? A conductor? Or a ringleader who knows high levels of gymnastics and performs high-risk stunts consistently? Oh.
Yeah, she's suggesting Asuga, but I don't think it's her.
Shit! And who do you think would know people's schedules better?
someone who everyone has decided to isolate and disregard as a bitch, or...
You're not saying who I think you are, right?
Everyone's favorite big sis Sugi!
Yeah, I thought so.
Looks like we found our little parasite, guys. We can go home now. Bye-bye, Sugi.
Well, if you cast her off, then we're all fucked, so let's not do that.
Do you have nothing to say?
Bro is trying his hardest to speak because he knows the truth.
We're all waiting, Sugi. What? Did Maiko's death make you go off the rails? Did you want to impress your little blonde boyfriend? Did you want to get back at your mother for...
Okay, relax.
Just shut up! I didn't do it.
What an absolutely impeccable defense.
No, shut up, shut up, shut up! There's no way I could have done this. Shut your trap! Think for one moment. Why would I intentionally try to hurt my best friend? You're being ridiculous.
Yeah, that would be stupid. Just like the last trial, it would be stupid. Is there no voice line here? Okay. Maybe that's the reason why Taka's alive and Ichi isn't.
You can't seriously think I actually did this. What the hell?
Hold on, I don't think Asuka would try to kill Taka. This seems a bit out of left field.
Which it is.
Or it was the perfect cover-up. If they attacked Taka, no one would suspect them.
I mean, this is also true, but still, it brings back the argument of why she would do that in the first place, which she wouldn't, because they did like each other.
I didn't hurt him! I could never! Just shut up!
Taka getting hurt could have not been part of the original plan.
Oh?
Yeah, he was an afterthought.
Taka probably just walked in while she was killing Ichi, and they attacked him out of necessity.
And they thought he died in a panic, but he obviously didn't.
Just look at them! They're super messed up! They're more concerned about the fact their friend got hurt than that Ichi is dead!
Okay, bro, relax, would you?
Sugi probably killed Aichi until he was super dead. Then Taka walked in, and murder isn't usually something best friends do, so she knocked him out and hoped he'd forget. That would explain why his attack seemed so hasty and rushed when everything else is super planned out.
But if she did do it, it would backfire. Well, I'm pretty sure it would backfire if it was her. Even though we can't talk, I'm pretty sure it would still backfire.
What? What? No, that is not it!
If she did, but she didn't.
How can't it be it? His wounds were totally and completely uncalculated.
Uncalculated? Rushed? Give me one bit of evidence to even support that. You're accusing me just because Yui said so.
It's really not my fault that I'm right.
But you're not, though. One piece of evidence that shows Taka's attack was rushed. What could that be? Spotlight?
Got it! Compared to the elaborate string trap that was used to kill Aichi, Taka was just injured by having a stage light shoved onto him.
Because it was moved. Unless you're talking about a different one.
True. It does seem incredibly rushed. So that leaves the question. What the fuck, Asuga? Why the hell would you do this?
We're still on this? Come on, man. I feel really bad for Taka because he really wants to tell the truth and he can't. He can't speak.
I didn't do any of this.
I hope Taka breaks out of his hypnosis, whatever, and tells the truth, because if he does, it's gonna clear her 100%.
Yes, because a killer would totally just admit to doing it.
You did it. You killed my best friend. You...
Listen to me, I didn't.
You didn't do this? Any proof?
You know, I don't think it was Asuga.
Then why the hell were you attacking her and saying it was? That makes no damn sense. What the hell?
Thank you.
This game, I swear.
No, Asuga wouldn't do this alone. This is a setup.
I told you, I'm being framed. Thank you.
The flexible fuck probably teamed up with Taka to do this.
What?
Bro was screaming.
Think about it. They've been all buddy-buddy this whole time. They probs killed Ichi together, then Asuga knocked out Taka to throw us off.
Oh my.
You might be onto something there.
One hell of a first date, but alright.
That was not the time for that.
I would never. We would never.
Taka has probably already snapped out of Ray's idiotic suggestion, and is just pretending not to say anything to mess the plan up.
We didn't kill him.
I hate you both so much.
Dakota, it's really hard to root for you when you're tossing blame at everyone.
What would we do in the instance there were two killers?
Oh, I'd let you vote for two people. They'd both get free if you voted incorrectly.
Interesting. Is that foreshadowing future chapters? Probably.
And if you voted correctly,
2 for the price of 1 execution?
Well, should we vote?
Hell no. If you vote now, you are fucked, basically.
Might get this the fuck over with.
Then the real killer walks away. There's no point in doing that if you have no evidence.
Yes, let's hurry along now.
Wait.
Huh?
Is she back to normal?
That tone. I think she's...
Sorry. Please give me a moment. I have pains in my cerebellum.
Let's go! She's back to normal.
Remind me never to partake in foolish entertainment shows ever again.
Gladly. We were just about to convict Asuka and Taka for the murder.
That is foolish.
Thank you, Alora.
Huh?
Give me the water samples from the sterilization center.
Oh yeah, there was a water bottle at the scene of the murder, so...
There really is no point now.
Actually, there is.
I should not need to repeat myself when I wish to do something. Halt the vote and give me the water samples.
What good is that going to do now?
A lot, actually.
Allow me to test something.
Here. Take them, darling.
Refer to me as Doctor or Miss Sami. Nothing less.
Is this really necessary?
She's just delaying the inevitable so she can have her little, ooh, look at me, I had more of a high school education, I'm a doctor moment.
Chemist, now partake in idle chatter. This shall take me a few minutes.
What do we even have to talk about?
Bunnies!
No.
We can do that after the trial. No bunny chat now, please.
Ismene is right.
Ismini.
What do you mean, Ismini?
It's pronounced Ismini.
Shit, I thought it was Ismini.
Wait, it's not as many?
Oh my god, who cares?
Oh my god, this is actually the last thing I'm going to hear before I die, isn't it?
Yep. I'm sorry, Asuga. I truly am.
I thought it was Ismini. Ismini can't be right.
This is irrelevant to the trial.
Are you actually trying to explain my own name to me? It's Ismini.
Not Ismene?
These guys are idiots.
No!
What are you lot fucking talking about? There's a goddamn murder to solve!
Thank you, Mononeko. I never thought I'd say those words, but thank you.
Well, we've solved it. We're just waiting on Alora instead of trying to be our savior.
I'm simply trying to prolong my life.
Are you done yet?
No. Be patient.
Well, what else is there to talk about?
Hey! Is it just me or does everyone look way nicer since the last time we were in this trial room?
Yeah, Amelia's hair looks sort of decent now. What happened with that?
Irrelevant.
Camera upgrades. Oh, I see! Wait, what?
I'm done.
Okay.
And?
Asuga isn't the killer.
Well, that was obvious from the start.
Huh?
Oh?
I see.
I told you.
That you did.
The killer must have dropped something when walking along the pipes that filtered into the sterilization center and discolored the water.
So that's what the beige water was.
Affirmative. That is what this entire discussion is about. I analyzed the water and have identified the compound that dissolved into it.
And keep telling us slowly. It's totally not like we might be on a time limit here.
It's foundation.
Like the type of makeup.
No, totally building foundation just crammed into the water.
No. I am aware that several people in this lab wear foundation. However,
How does stupid makeup prove anything? Do I need to talk slower so you understand? Asuga probably wears foundation too!
I forgot who. I can't remember if they mentioned it or not. And who wears makeup or not. Foundation, makeup, whatever, same thing.
however, I do not see why Asuka would be putting on fail foundation. That matches your skin tone perfectly, Iode.
So it was you all along. You shifted blame onto me for no reason.
It's not me.
You are physically the only person who could have done it.
We still don't know what that foundation was used for. Asuga must be trying to frame me. Or perhaps Taka used it. That freak probably likes makeup.
What was that foundation used for?
To hide bruises.
Got it! Yui, you're right.
Yeah, because you can use makeup to hide, like, black... Example, if you have a black eye or something, you can use makeup to hide it, so it doesn't look too obvious. If you know how to do it right, that is. And you can also hide bruises and stuff, too.
I know. Really, no need to thank me.
How I know this? Don't ask.
You are far too weak physically to overpower Eiichi. So before you managed to get him in that trap, there must have been some sort of conflict.
If she showed up to the trial with bruises, we'd know. She must have covered them with the foundation.
Covered my bruises with the foundation, and then just tossed my foundation into the water?
Well, all we'd have to do is, do the old test and see if there's foundation on her.
That's the most idiotic thing I have ever heard. You simply must not have a fully developed brain to even come up with that.
I doubt you can come up with a hypothesis that makes more sense, Iode.
A hypothesis? Why would I need one of those when I'm not the killer? And all of you doubt I can figure out anything for myself in the first place.
Just give in already.
You're honestly embarrassing yourself acting like this.
Zip it, jailbait.
Huh?
I mean, come on, sweetheart. Little old me.
That's not an argument.
It's really not.
You're testing my patience. I already told you I couldn't have done it. You're all being stupid.
Testing your patience? You're testing mine at this point with how many pieces of damning evidence you need to prove it's you.
You have yet to provide us with any proof you actually didn't do it.
It's not my fault you're too intellectually and developmentally stunted to realize I didn't do it.
I mean, you're being delusional at this point because there's literally tons of evidence against you that you did do it. And the fact you can't come up with evidence to say it wasn't you is disappointing.
Some proof. It's all we need.
It's literally all we need.
You need a lot more than that. You're beyond helping. Don't you have some lines to get back to doing?
What?
Yeah, what?
Now be a good girl and shut that insolent little trap of yours. Thank you!
Go.
Liar? Liar? Why did you...
Yeah, what's up with Lyra?
Huh? I didn't do anything.
Bullshit.
Lie?
It's good she's finally quiet. She can be a bit of an attention whore.
Yui, what did you do?
Work it out yourself if you're such a genius,
Bitch, please.
This is all a distraction. Don't focus on that. We need to avenge Ichi.
You're Taro is right. Yui, do you have any proof that you didn't do this?
Do I have to repeat myself thousands of times to drill it into your skull? I didn't do this.
That is not evidence. That just...
But everything points to you.
It literally does. She has no evidence to say it wasn't her.
Everything, huh? Then tell me, if I used the foundation to cover up my bruises, how did I deal with any blood that might have gotten on me? It's rather hard to get into a tussle and not get a bit of blood on you, especially with Taka's head wound being rather troublesome.
Would you not be able to just apply the foundation to cover the blood?
Should I talk slowly and carefully like you're an idiot? You can't use goddamn foundation to hide blood!
Oh, I think I know what she used.
It would just blend into the blood, and there was no place I could wash myself off before meeting Asuga.
That's not true at all. There must be some way she could have washed off the blood. I have to think. I know exactly what she used. Yeah, I know exactly what she used.
Was there even any blood at the scene of the crime that she might have touched?
Obviously, Ichi's fingertips and Taka's head wound. Unless that was her blood from the conflict on his fingers. Just give up already. You have no way to prove it. It's ridiculous. There's nothing I could have used to get rid of the blood.
That's wrong.
Water bottle, baby!
Wrong? That's wrong. Really now? Prove it then if you're so fucking smart.
Those water bottles right by the maintenance door. Some were empty.
So what? Did the killer have a little tea party up there or something? It's none of my business and has nothing to do with me. It doesn't prove anything.
It does, actually.
Some were empty. You could have easily used that water to wash off any blood.
He's right.
Lost it.
So you did it. You tried to shift the blame onto me.
She knows she's caught red-handed.
You killed Ichi? I hate you! I don't even want to look at you!
So, you're the one that blackmailed Lyra.
I want to know what specific information she blackmailed Lyra with.
You have nothing more to say for yourself.
Oh? You wanted me to speak?
Of course, you dumb bitch! We're accusing you!
Okay, relax, Amelia.
I know. It's awfully annoying, considering you'd have to have a brain entirely composed of gray matter to think such a thing.
There's overwhelming proof you did it. Just admit it already.
Overwhelming proof? Overwhelming proof.
Have you not been listening this entire time?
Everything points to you, Yu-Yu.
It does.
No, it doesn't. There's only one kind of overwhelming proof I see here.
Denial.
And that is... that you are all severely undereducated and inhumanly stupid!
That's not an argument or evidence.
Huh?
It's laughable! Really, truly! So hilarious! I'm struggling to keep it together on account of how funny it is!
Is she having a nosebleed? Oh, looks like it.
You blatantly ignore the one obvious culprit.
Who? Who's the obvious culprit that you so claim?
You mean yourself?
No! One certain TV personality.
I mean, if you're implying Taka, you can't really talk. Or, well, even so.
He was knocked out. There's no way he could have.
How do we know that?
How does someone kill someone when they're unconscious?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Do I need to talk slower like you've just come out of the goddamn womb?
Damn, relax. It's not that deep. Well, it is for you, but...
Eek!
Consider the following. Taka murdered Ichi, planted all that evidence by the maintenance store to frame someone, and then...
You would have no reason to do that.
just pulled the strings on that spotlight to give him a gentle little love tap on the head to knock himself out. Of course then, everyone would come rushing in and make a big fuss over their darling little Taka. Even after he starved us all to death. But I digress.
That's ridiculous. How would he get all those secrets to plant the notes?
Maybe as a part of your pathetic little evil schemes, you blackmailed Lyra. After all, the aim of that whole endeavor was to get everyone to share their secrets. Was it not?
I mean, yeah, but...
Stop passing the blame. Everything points to you.
Sweetheart, I don't hear anyone but you defending your little boyfriend.
I'm back, baby!
Let's go. Let's go.
Taka?
Taka, my boy. It's time.
Yes, autographs will come later. But the wondrous Taka Waka has his voice back, baby!
I'm kind of glad he's talking again, because it's weird for him not to talk.
And boy, do I have a story for you, my little Takaling. So allow me to silence this music woman and tell you everything I saw.
I'm so sorry. It's time for a Doki Doki deliberation. Actually, this is one of my favorite minigames. In this minigame, you would charm the person helping you and come to a conclusion together with the power of love. If you've charmed them well, to the end, you'll obtain a vital truth abundance. Be careful, a rival might come and confuse you and steal your date's arguments. Interesting, okay. I will now take my leave from the community. Sorry for making this.
So, Shin-kun, it all started when Sugi-chan said she got this cracker note, right?
Cringe.
They wandered over to this meeting, and I, Taka Waka-kun, was left alone in meeting. So, I thought I'd go somewhere to see if I can get my sexy voice back. And of course, that was...
Asterix, gasp, Asterix.
Very sick going, my little pog-chan.
So, I wandered into the lecture hall, right? And there, I saw Yui murdering Ichi. A bit traumatizing, not gonna lie. I tried to scream, but because Ray was such a bitch since I was annoying, I couldn't.
Bro, the way you said bitch got me.
And then...
New rival alert.
Hold on! You're fully aware this toad could be lying, right? Isn't it convenient he could speak again right as he was accused? Really? Why should you believe him over me? He could have framed all that stuff by the door.
Hold on! That's not true. Takawaka's sick shoes were not dirty, so I had no way to. See? Shinku agrees. I'm not sussy.
Sussy baka.
His opinion means nothing. His testimony is garbage. You can't seriously believe him.
Oh, but I do.
She's
Cyberbullying isn't cool, Yui. Shut up and take things seriously for once! Is this still a game to you? Are you still trying to have your little villain moment have some worth to your existence?
Still, there's no way I could have set this up.
Oh yeah? Prove it!
Ichi didn't have a note on his body, so the man didn't get one.
And?
So the killer must have talked to him to get him to meet up. Raikun's hypnosis meant they trusted anyone they didn't trust before. So of course they'd say,
Hiya!
Anyone could have talked to Ichi. That doesn't prove anything.
Well, I couldn't have Miss Yui Pui Tui. Because...
Bro, these nicknames are killing me. Cringe.
So...
We have our answer! Why do you all keep making me do that?
Bro, that's my favorite minigame so far in this fan game. I love that.
Shut up! The viewers love it!
Listen, I'm not here to judge, but some of the ways you solve this shit makes me question life itself.
What?
Either way, yes! Yui is the killer! I saw it with my own two beautiful blue eyes!
You disgusting little... I wish you died due to that spotlight.
So you do admit you tried to kill him.
So you're finally admitting you did it?
No, I did nothing wrong. I am completely innocent. Always was.
You literally just incriminated yourself a second ago.
Moron. You have no defenses left. Everything points to you.
A conviction is inevitable.
Please, Yui, stop this. Just admit it.
No, I'll admit nothing because I've done nothing.
Any more proof of that?
We've been through this 100 times. There's literally no other...
Here we go.
Shut up with your baseless accusations.
Okay, now we gotta fight her now. Oh, there's no voice acting here? Okay. What motive did I even have? This could be an incredibly elaborate framing job.
I refuse to accept blame until there's hard, cold proof of every part of this case.
Argument. Oh god, is it like the last minigame? Oh god. Okay. No frills, no ribbons, no metaphors. This is just Simon says, okay? Remember which corner the killer's arguments come off in, and then once one phrase of dialogue is done, click the buttons in the corresponding corners in the corresponding order the dialogue was shown. Okay. Does that make sense? Kinda? Who knows? Okay.
I'm far too cute to ever commit anything like that. Little old me? No, no, no. It's okay to admit you're completely wrong.
This is gonna be trial and error for me.
It's clearly Taka.
Oh shit. I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention. I'm being dead ass, I was not paying attention. Well... Yeah, okay, this is gonna be trial and error for me. Oh god, okay.
I'm far too cute to ever commit anything like that. Little old me? No, no, no. It's okay to admit you're completely wrong. It's clearly Taka.
Alright, once again, I'm gonna have to jump cut to when I beat this. I will be back.
This is my end.
Fuck me, dude. That took me forever. Jesus Christ, man. I was legit about to give up there because... Jesus Christ, man. That minigame really pissed me off.
Got nothing to say?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! If you're so smart, you're so convinced that it's me for some ridiculous reason, then prove it! Step by step. There's a million holes in your theory.
Gladly. Anything to bring Eiichi justice.
We'll lay your whole plan out in front of you until you finally admit it!
Let's do this! Justice for Eiichi and my... It's over, Yui. Taka saw it all. Fess up. Please. Yui, stop this. It's pathetic.
Well, she finally cracked.
Me, oh my! Are you really hearing this? Goodness! I'm sorry. It's just so funny. I'm so sorry.
Do I need to talk slower, like you're an idiot? Is your brain just so minuscule, and your common sense so dampened that you can't think for yourself, my dear?
You murdered him! Murdered? Me? Little old me is a murderer.
Yes.
Why, the concept is merely so idiotic! I couldn't even comprehend why someone would come to such a foolish conclusion.
Really, think for a moment. I would never murder Ichi, would I? No, he was so sweet, lovely. He was mine. My prince. My life. Why are you even believing that little minx over me anyway? He, whatever it is, was found unconscious at the scene of the crime.
You have to be entirely and completely brain dead to come to any other conclusion aside from that it killed him and knocked itself out in some pathetic little murder plot.
We already went over why I couldn't have done that.
Well, if it's not you, then it's someone else. Because it is not me!
I'll prove it was you. Once and for all.
Oh god, we still gotta put together the stupid story of events. God damn it. Yep, closing argument. Yeah. Enjoy an early 2000s spread comic. Once again, I'm gonna have to cut because this is gonna take me a while. Jesus Christ, I hate my life.
Presumably after getting Lyra's secret, the killer proceeded to blackmail Lyra into obtaining everyone else's secret. Lyra did this by getting Takiko to drug them. Then, he took them on a path when people were under the effects of the drug. First, Ray proposed a hypnosis show.
Shortly afterwards, Kotaro asked Ray to get Eiichi to be more trusting of his old friend. This was done in an attempt to make Eiichi happy. However, said old friend was listening right around the corner and started to hatch their plan. After the hypnosis show, the killer then broke all the clocks around the lab. This was done to confuse alibis and people's timing, so no one had an airtight alibi. Finally, the killer prepared the room they were going to commit the act in, stuffing the vents in the lecture hall to act as soundproofing, setting up the string traps, and prepping the water by the maintenance board. Having spent a lot of time in the lecture hall organizing the hypnosis show, the killer must have learned about the door's existence. The killer then used the secrets they'd gotten earlier to organize meetings between them, or cause people to make their own meetings. They also put a note near Asuka's door, who they knew would not see it until later, so the killer could have an alibi of being in a meeting too. However, the killer made a fatal error. They did not account for Taka, presuming he'd go along with Asuka. At this point, everyone was placed around the lab due to the notes. Ismini, Ray, and Takiko were in the infirmary. Lyra and Kotaro were in the gym. Me, Amelia, and Mint were in the medicine center. Kiyoshi and Allura were occupied, so the killer didn't account for them. And Asuka would find the note and go to Lab 1 soon. The killer conducted us perfectly. Having done this, the killer went to talk to Eiichi, knowing he'd trust them due to the hypnosis. They used this newfound trust to get him to go to the lecture hall with them. At this point, the sudden attack must have broken Eiichi out of the hypnosis due to the real danger, or potentially something the killer was trying to make him do being against his morals. Either way, due to this, a physical scuffle ensued, one the killer had prepared for and knew they couldn't win without underhanded methods. The killer pointed one of the spotlights from the hypnosis show directly in Eiichi's eyes, blinding him briefly. They took the opportunity when he was stunned to shove him into one of the string traps they'd set up earlier, restraining his arms. This was when the killer's plan really set in motion. While Eiichi was restrained, the killer tied the noose around his neck and hung him to the ceiling, meaning the moment she cut the string traps, he'd be hanging. Using the gardening shears Yui had taken from the Biodome garden, she cut the strings, leaving Eiichi to hang and suffocate. Due to the lack of drop, his neck must not have broken, meaning he suffocated to death. During his last moments of life, Eiichi clearly tried to escape his fate, not wanting to die. He must have pulled against the rope, causing his bloody fingertips. And that's when...
I come in, baby!
Oh, I've got this, Taka, no worries.
No! It's my time to shine! So, I was out on a little stroll searching for Sugi when I heard some noises from the door of the lecture hall. I walked in expecting some sort of fun, but no! Boom! Murder! Of course, the killer hadn't accounted for me coming in, so they were a bit sharp and not the most dandy of moves. So instead of a nice greeting or something, they shoved the spotlight on me, knocking the great Taka out. Really, the attack was rushed, so while they aimed to kill me, I was just unconscious. This meant I witnessed everything.
Thanks, Taka. So then, the killer tossed the...
They shoved the gardening shears they used to cut the strings to the side, leaving them to specifically frame Minty. Dastardly! After committing assault and homicide, the killer then used his stage cutter to climb up. Climb up where, you may ask? Drum roll, please. Baba, the maintenance store! Wow!
Up there, the killer had stashed some water bottles from earlier when Allura purified water during...
My wonderful and fantastic abilities!
Yes, those. They then used that water to clean off any blood from the physical confrontations they'd had with Eiichi.
The killer had also stashed some makeup up there. What kind of foundation? And no, the makeup wasn't just there to make the killer look fabulous.
foundation helped to hide the bruises and marks the killer had gained through the physical confrontation with H. Due to the killer's previous experience with makeup, this was fairly easy. The killer then rushed through the maintenance door and made their escape along the pipes the door led to. They did this to stop walking through the halls, in case Kiyoshi and Alora left their rooms, so they could move to Lab 1 without being seen.
Unfortunately, the killer did a bit of a fucky-wucky there.
Yup, they did. They accidentally lost their balance a bit and dropped the foundation that was in their pocket into the waters below.
This foundation then dissolved into the water and cheaply found its way into the sterilization chamber. But the killer thought,
No biggie, I can just use that to free Asuga.
the killer accidentally forgot their skin tone was not the exact same as Asuga's. L-O-L. So then this!
So, I got it from here, Taka.
But I thought I was being quite a good protagonist. I even became painfully generic and...
Really? Having traveled along the pipes, the killer made it to the other side of the lab without being spotted. They then entered Lab 1 to have their meeting with Asuka. The meeting lasted roughly 20 minutes, enough time for the killer to establish an alibi. However, partway through the meeting, someone found Eiichi and Taka, which triggered the body discovery announcement. Asuka, growing very worried about where their friend was.
That's me! I'm the friend!
Ahem. Asuka, growing very worried about where their friend was, led the killer out of the lab. The killer used their knowledge of where the murder was to specifically lead Asuka away from the corpse and instead into the hallway. On their way through the hallway, Asuka and the killer ran into me. I had just left the medicine storage after hearing the body discovery announcement. It created the perfect alibi for the killer. And that killer, the one who murdered Eiichi Sakaguchi and tried to kill Taka, is you, Yui Iode, Ultimate Conductor.
There we go. Oh god, that took forever.
You told us to give you evidence? There you go. From the way the murder was done, to how you were able to get Lyra to go quiet and break down. All the evidence points to you.
So?
All the evidence points to you. All the evidence points to you!
I'm sorry, have you even reviewed the evidence for 2 goddamn minutes?
We literally have been doing this the entire time. Have you not been paying attention?
Here I was thinking you had some modicum of intelligence, but I suppose that would be optimistic for you lot.
Says the one who's in denial.
Name one thing that proves your innocence, Yui.
Right. I'm waiting, bit.
One thing? Shinku, dearie. I do hate having to repeat myself.
Do I need to talk slower, like you don't have a goddamn brain cell bouncing around in that empty, uninteresting skull of yours?
I'm Yui Ide, the super special ultimate conductor. I could never hurt a fly, oh no, no, no. So I could never hurt a human either. I'm pretty, I'm popular, I'm sweet, I'm drop-dead gorgeous, a princess, a celebrity, an ultimate.
I'm everything. I'm perfect. I'm superior to all of you.
Got it? So why? Why is someone as intelligent, mighty, beautiful, pure, desirable, special as me
stuck with disgusting little trash like you? It sickens me. My very core.
I just don't get it.
You're all shut-in idiots.
So why? Why are people... No.
Inferior harlots like you able to get your happy endings when I'm not?
Well, sorry to, put you down here, but, you literally killed someone, so, yeah.
I did everything. I played dumb, it was patronizing, disgusting, but still, it's not enough?
What are you even on about?
Right.
Oh, shut up for 2 minutes! Don't make me talk any slower. Shut your mouth and get it through your head. I did it!
Oh, we know this already. We've established this multiple times. God, you're slow.
There, happy? Satisfied?
Is your hero complex satisfied, my dear?
You murdered...
Why? What?
Oh, sweetie.
Stop acting like you knew him. Only I truly can. Oh, my prince. My beloved. Of course. He was led astray.
Was Ichi talking about her? Because he did mention a girl.
Prince?
Maybe not? I don't know.
You idiots! Never listen! Do I have to talk slower like you're fucking infants? My prince. Every girl has one. He was mine. I knew since I met him when I was 7. He was mine. But he never wanted that. No. My darling just had to make it so difficult. It didn't matter how special I was. How perfect I was. How intelligent. Pretty. I was... So I tried to get him back on track, but of course, it just scared him more.
It was all awfully tiring.
Goodness, you men are fickle.
Oh, goodness, dear Lyrie. Don't give me that look.
You disgusting little leak. Thanks for helping me, by the way. Ichi surely thanks you from beyond the grave.
What's that supposed to mean?
Shut up.
Shut the hell up! You used me and you used those words and...
If you loved him so much, why did you kill him?
Exactly. That makes no sense. Whatsoever.
Love can drive one to madness.
This is true.
I needed my prince. Everyone else got theirs.
But you didn't have to kill him.
Kyoshi went gallivanting off with that emotionless husk of a human. Ray became obsessed with the druggy slut, and every other option was not viable aside from my dearest prince from my childhood.
Oddly romantic, isn't it?
It was always meant to be him and me. I tried to lie. I knew what I had to do and I can't insisted on saying no.
You could have just said yes to me.
But of course, he continues to deny perfection. It was awfully tiring. Why should everyone else get their happy endings, but not me? I've worked for this.
Goodness.
It felt so good to finally rid him from this earth. I thought I'd get a new prince if he was gone. Someone who wasn't blind to how perfect I was. My head was rushing. All that pent-up anger. Years of rejection. Let out. Release. You're sick. Your arguments are meaningless. Because I did nothing wrong. I never do anything wrong. My plan was flawless. You're just lucky it saw me committed. It's supposedly a death wish from the way you're acting.
Shut up, Yui! You killed Ichi for no reason! You're selfish, entitled, and you took everything dear away from me!
You're welcome.
It's not a compliment.
Okay, I'll be honest, I knew she was messed up, but this is a bit more than I expected.
Bro, if Mononeko is saying that, you know that the person is that messed up in the head.
I try awfully hard to hide how smart I actually am. Dad always said intelligence wasn't attractive. Of course, none of that matters now.
Yep, none of it matters one bit. Although, I suppose I should be impressed. You managed to be somehow less sympathetic than a literal serial killer.
I'm not one for genuine pride. Breakdowns are just a sign of weakness, you know? It's all over. Thanks a hell of a lot, idiots.
Well, you're the idiot for committing the crime in the first place, so... In reality, you're the idiot.
You're welcome, I suppose.
Fucking speak like a regular human being.
Ironic coming from you. Your voice just dropped 8 octaves.
Please, I'm so tired and upset. I don't know.
That's probably wise. Alright, everyone. It's voting time.
About goddamn time.
Let's see if you got it right.
I'm pretty sure we did. So let's save again. Bro, you see how long I've been recording for? 2 hours. That's that bullshit. And you're correct. Good job on avoiding your impending death once more. So, you really did. How dare you? I'm really interested to see what her execution is going to be like. What's wrong, dearie? No use getting mad at me now. No, I am mad. I hate you. He was the only one who cared for me. You killed his... You killed his... What? What is that word? You killed his friend. You hurt me. You blackmailed Lyra, and you expect people to not be mad? Goodness, you'd fit in great in my industry. Stop treating like this like any of you knew him better than me. So, you were his childhood friend after all? Childhood friend? I suppose you could think of it like that. But I more saw us as soul partners. Not like any of that matters now. You idiots figured me out by some stroke of twisted luck. So, why did you do it? Was your connection with Ichi that turbulent? Did he hear you? What are you looking at me for? Are you expecting me to break down or some shit? Cry? Get on the floor and act pathetic? I'm not giving you that satisfaction. I didn't need a complex motivation, I just needed to leave. I've been trapped here with you. You street cats. I need you to get out. Achieve stardom. Imagine that. A single soul survivor from a massacre of ultimates. I'd be treated as a celebrity, a national treasure. I'd be worshipped. Who cares if I'm worth a few points? Lives had to die to get there. You're all criminals and I'd be set for life. So, you did this for your publishing deals, and fame, the attention? You were willing to have us all die to achieve that? Why are you acting like this is such a big thing? None of you are worth anything in my eyes. A bunch of idiotic lowlives with their collective intelligence of immensely stunted 6-year-olds. Well, you are smarter than I initially perceived. I can guarantee you I am more intelligent. I realize I have personality, which is an emotionally stunted freak. really think so lowly of all of us? Just a textbook bitch. Can we just accept that and move on? But I don't understand. Why act dumb this entire time? Surely it'd be more bearable if you didn't act like that all the time. Well, there's a reason for your professor felt a need to lower your grades to get his way. We're still on our case about that? I thought we were past that. What? Don't even mention him. How did you even know that? Secrets, dumb bitch. Keep up. But simply put, men don't like women who are smarter than them. But why Ichi? Why murder him if you knew him so well? Huh? I asked again, did he hurt you? Ichi? Right, him. Do you feel no fucking remorse for killing your goddamn friend? It's not my fault. Ichi just did something very stupid. Huh? Oh boy, here we go. Initially, after I overheard Ichi would finally be pushing aside his unjustified grudge against me due to his hypnosis, I was excited. That meeting, I lured him to the lecture hall. I asked him something very special when he was on that stage. I asked if he loved me. He should love me by now, I thought. If he finally loves me, we could lure Taka in and kill together, then escape. Toe and toe, as destiny wanted us to. As fate wanted you to. Can you stop the fate speech for 2 goddamn seconds? That's not justification for killing. And the job is... Ooh, that sentence right there, I might have been right about Lyra and her being an assassin. I wonder how many families lost lives because you gave them... I don't want to hear any of that from you. Right, I'll get to that later. The traps were set up for Taka if he said yes, and for him if he said no. And he did something very stupid. He said no? So I decided to dispose of him and the troublesome secrets he had of me. Troublesome secrets? Right, he acknowledged me more deep than any sort of secret motive could provide, after all.
From the very beginning, it's just been him and me together. He was my one and only friend growing up. We shared everything. We shared every little secret, every wish, every grievance. We were closer than anyone. And as I grew older, he became my prince.
You were in love?
I was, I believe. There was no other path forward. Neither mine nor his emotions mattered in the end. It was meant to be us.
Bro, this one is giving me stalker vibes, because that's what she's literally doing. Bro was terrified. He is shooketh.
It's what life wanted. It's what I wanted. We were sharing secrets one day, and I told him that I loved him, and he started becoming very stupid. He told me no. He told me he just wanted to be friends. So I tried becoming more pretty. I tried acting more stupid. I isolated him from every other girl in his life.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is something you do not do in life, because shit like this happens.
He asked me what the hell was wrong with me. He begged me to stop. He asked for his friend to come back. He said I had become emotionally damaging and abusive.
I mean, is he wrong, though? I don't think he's entirely wrong about that.
Right. What foolish buzzwords. As the years went on, and I tried to keep him closer and closer, he tried to drift further away.
I wonder why.
I could not allow that. So, I did what needed to be done. became a hermit. Locked himself indoors. Told me he never wanted to see me again.
Again, I wonder why.
Fool. What an idiot. What a childish creature. So when he couldn't move past his childish, unfounded grudge, I got rid of him. It was time for me to find a new place.
And that's the reason why you killed him, bro. I swear, the first two killers, Melody Pretty and her, they killed for the most stupidest reasons, I swear. I wonder if that's on purpose.
Of course. You've all stopped that.
That's gotta be on purpose for something bigger later on. So, he didn't? He didn't love me. There's no use in friendship like that with no progression. You did all of this because you couldn't let go of a friendship that you screwed up? I screwed up? I'm sorry. I screwed it up? He was the one who couldn't man up and say yes. Well, because he didn't reciprocate those same feelings for you. It's really plain and simple. You were willing to let us all die so you could escape and get fame and a boyfriend or whatever? And what's so wrong about that? Seeing all your secrets, none of you have a future. Especially not you. Don't. What? Don't you want everyone to know that whole debater's girl next door is a thing of the farce? What's going on? Lyra, you're the yearbook. You're not actually the... You don't say a word. What are you gonna do if I tell everyone you're actually the ultimate con artist? There's no way. The ultimate con artist? There's no way. A ship noise resonated through the air. Oh, she punched her.
You manipulative, conniving!
What's with the sour expression? Mad your little secret got exposed?
So, I might have been completely wrong about what her real ultimate was. That was the last thing I was expecting.
Now that everyone knows what a two-faced whore you are.
Two-faced? If there's anyone here, it's you!
I did what any reasonable person would try to do. Escape.
At least I admit I'm a terrible person. You seem to deny it in every way and hope the world just bends to your will.
Admit you're a terrible person? Is that why you lie about your talent and name?
Is Lyra not a real name either? What is happening?
Say what you want about my talent, but my name is none of your goddamn business.
Well, you just physically assaulted me, so I believe it is.
Shut up. I don't care about anything you have to say now. You used what I hide for Taki and my own safety to kill someone.
Get over it already. Why don't you go get knocked up again or something?
Hey, yo, what?
Dare you!
Whatever, you can cry about it later over some booze or lines or whatever you're killing yourself with this time.
Stop. You don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Oh, I do. Thanks to your help getting all the secrets. Thank you.
Go to hell, Yui.
Is it true? Lyra, I'm sorry. For the record, most of what I've told you all is a lie, and I'm certainly aware how self-destructive it is. They're not gonna trust her now. Don't attempt to deny or justify it. I'm a horrible person, that's it. You make your money your way, I'll make it mine. It was the only way to... You can deal with that kind of ones later. This is about me. Could be a good girl and inject God knows what into your veins while we talk, Stop. Again? How do you keep doing that? That's just a neat little phrase I learned that shuts her up. Awfully useful when she's annoying. Bro, she is horrible, man. She is just a manipulative, horrible bitch. That's what she is. Jesus. You. How long have you... I've been planning this for a while. It was the perfect plan. I would have been out here by now. I would be a celebrity if it weren't for it walking in. You're welcome. I single-handedly unraveled your plan. Barely contributed to the trial. We just execute. Can we just execute her already? She keeps making weird-ass faces. It's giving me the creeps. I'd love to, but it's not entirely satisfying to send someone off after they seemingly already recovered from breaking down. So, what now? Hey, Yui. What do you think your crime is? Crime? Sorry, I just found that funny. Are you being serious? Me? A criminal? God, what a shitty lie you try to convince everyone else. I've never done anything that would get me arrested. I've just lived my life. A lie, huh? So you think you're entirely and completely innocent? Yes, it's why I would have been respected if I got out so much. A clean, perfect ultimate with not a single crime on their plate. Who, by some blessing of fate, was the sole survivor of a game meant to massacre criminal ultimates. So much noise. Do me a favor and shut up for now. It's time for something special. Oh no. Are we gonna reveal what a crime is?
Welcome to the 3rd edition of Getting to Know Your Fellow Patients Better.
My favorite show.
Today, we're going to be getting to know Lyra, Amelia, and Huey.
Someone grab the popcorn.
Let's get started, shall we?
Make it extra buttery.
As Huey so graciously told everyone earlier, Lyra Chattel, ultimate debatist, isn't a debatist at all.
Okay, jokes aside, I'm interested to know why she became the ultimate con artist.
Lyra Chattel is actually the ultimate con artist. However, that isn't her crime, as Hope's Peak actually specifically gave her that title after she attempted to enter the school under false pretenses. They saw her talent and thought they could use them. They also saw her connections with certain organized crime groups. Lyra Chattel has been involved in a very notorious organized crime group since the age of 14.
Damn! Okay. She's really living it up.
During her time in this game, she has committed multiple felonies. However, the most consistent felony she's committed is...
Oh no.
the dealing of illegal narcotics. She has sold more narcotics than anyone else in the group. And it's not just narcotics. Sometimes Lyra would specifically pad out certain products with rocks, rat poison, and other damaging ingredients. This meant her customers would pay more for already dangerous narcotics that had been made even more dangerous due to her tampering. All in the effort to make them pay more for less. The Lyra that you knew is a complete lie. Almost everything she tells people about herself is a lie. Now, Amelia Carmine, ultimate pyrotechnician. Her crime is actually not wearing a seatbelt.
Are you serious? Is that our only crime? You gotta be joking.
Nah, I'm kidding. I wish it was at least something that stupid.
I'm about to say, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard if that is her crime.
What an absolute shocker! The self-proclaimed ultimate arsonist committed arson!
Bro, she lit a hospital on fire.
Sometimes the answers in life are the easiest ones. Still, it's super boring. So let's talk about Amelia's first time committing arson. So Amelia's dad owned this hospital, right? He was a doctor, one with a sizable income that Amelia willingly walked away from to live on the streets. Don't know why you'd want to do that, but alright. But when Amelia ran away to live on the streets, she decided to leave her daddy a little present. Amelia burned down her dad's hospital to the ground with all the patients and expensive medical equipment inside. There were hundreds of casualties and a few deaths. Not that Amelia cared, as she was off to start her new life. What a completely selfish and impulsive thing to do for a bit of cathartic revenge. There are more healthy ways of dealing with your daddy issues, Amelia, but okay. And finally, Yui Aoide, the killer of Eiichi and the ultimate conductor.
As much as I want to make jokes, I'm not going to.
She claims she believes she's entirely innocent and has done nothing wrong.
Oh boy, what's your crime?
Shall we see if she's right about that? Plot twist of the century, guys. She's wrong.
So, she's a yandere.
As stated earlier, Yui has known Eiichi since they were very young. However, Yui started doing illegal things once he continuously rejected her. It started with little things, verbal harassment, stalking him on social media. Then went to blackmail, stalking, threats, and continuous physical and sexual harassment. Yui did everything to make sure Eiichi's life would be hell until he said yes.
Well, that didn't work out too well, no did it?
And when he cut her out for good, Yui called a SWAT team to his house, accusing him of doing all the things that she was doing to him.
Bro, that is horrible. Why would you ever do that? How low can you be? That is just super low. What the hell, man?
During this SWAT, his dad suffered a back injury so debilitating that he was never able to work again.
Oh yeah, no, get her out of here. Get her out of here. She's just horrible. Nah, get this bitch out of here. Nah.
Yui did everything to ruin Eiichi and his family's lives. And for what? So she could date him?
Bro, if you have to go this far just so you can date someone, then, you are just a waste of space. That's all I'm gonna say. Of the earth.
And still she says she's completely innocent. That concludes this episode of Getting to Know Your Fellow Students Better. Tune in next time to find out who is a literal bioterrorist.
On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. No.
Just kidding. Or am I? Anyway, go watch something else.
But I don't wanna. It's my favorite show. That was illegal? You think? No shit, Sherlock. I'm sorry. Amelia killed how many people doing that? I didn't think about anyone being inside. I just wanted to give my dad a big middle finger. I didn't think about the consequences. And getting hundreds of people injured and killed is the way of doing that? Was the way of doing that? Grow up. I didn't have time to think. Why would you willingly want to live on the streets? I would do anything to have a doctor, as my dad. Everyone has their own reason for running away. Indeed. I'm personally still trying to wrap my head around how the hell someone gets involved in organized crime when they're 14 goddamn years old. I don't owe you an explanation, and you don't want it. Everyone, shut up, shut up, shut up. This is all a distraction. It's a distraction from what Yui did. What she did to Ichi. It wasn't illegal. I was just trying to convince him You know, if you had to do all that just to try and get him to say yes, maybe he completely hated your guts. I'm almost completely certain of it. Shut up, he loved me, he just didn't know it yet. No, Miss Iode, that wasn't love. You wouldn't know what love is. I'm trying to twist fate to suit you, but Miss Iode, fate cannot change. I've had enough of your fate talk. You don't get it. No one gets it. I didn't ruin his life, right? Well, again, you killed him, and considering what you've done in the past, yeah, you've done way more damage than you should have. I'm not a terrible person. You don't get it. What's there to get? You tormented someone for years. You hurt them. You hurt their family. Give her your voice, Suki. She won't be convinced. She's like one of those stubborn folk who you get into internet arguments with. Besides, none of it matters now. She's gonna get executed soon. Executed? What? That is how this game is done. Don't you remember the magical girl one? I do. No, I can't be executed. I'm a celebrity. I'm a legend. I'm a conductor in age. Orchestral music is becoming less and less popular day by day. Let's put things into perspective here.
I can't die! I can't! I've gotta get out!
Well, you should have thought of that before you killed Ichi.
I refuse to die among disgusting filth like you when I am so clearly deserving of getting out. Get me out! Get me out! Get me out! I won't die like this. I'm gonna be someone in this world.
I hope your exit is painful, and I wish for you never to return.
I'm not dying here. I'm not dying in a shithole filled with maladjusted adults like this.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
It's time, baby. Let's do this. Time for punishment. Wow, this sounds like this would be in an action movie. Music. Okay, I want to make a head joke, but I've been recording for so long. I'm not going to. What did we just? No, we saw nothing, didn't we? No one's dead, right? Right. What's with that look from him? Yeah, that's creepy as hell. What the hell are you doing smiling? Celebrating. She deserved that. She killed Ichi. She killed my best friend. A shocking twist. Katara seems to now enjoy pain and suffering. No, I don't. Stop putting words in my mouth. All that any of you can do is put words in my mouth. I'm just so immensely happy he got the justice he deserved. Michael type beat. Not now, Taka. So, how are we all feeling, my lovely patients? I'm sick of this. Good you're here then. I'm here to cure sickness. This endless cycle of crimes, killing, punishment. Calm down, it's only been 2 murders. Hopefully that was the last parasite unworthy of redemption. It's stupid. Really. What are you even doing this for? The authorities will come soon and enough and... Kiyoshi, stop. Ray, smile at me. Do you have a death wish or something? It's not worth it to argue. No one is coming to help. We just have to collaborate. It's kind of hard to collaborate when everyone pushes me away for little altercations I've done in the past. You did the same thing to me. Why is it so hard for you to deal with something? Besides, those little altercations were literally kidnapping people. Need I remind you how many people your little teenage rebellion killed? We're not doing this again. They turned to look at me. We're not fighting like this again. Damn it. Let's just accept we're all terrible people and move on. Only one of us is innocent. It's highly likely if you're friends with someone who doesn't have their crime revealed, they could have done something terrible. So what are you going to do when that gets revealed? Isolate them? Disregard them? That's counterproductive and just going to lead to more deaths. So damn it, instead of just deflecting and saying, I may be bad, but X did this, let's accept what we did. Let's actually try to achieve this redemption Manoneko speaks of. Maybe there's something left for us. Maybe you're right. Huh? I see. Ray smiled grew as he walked over to me carefully, everyone else murmuring to each other. My heart dropped as he whispered a few words carefully into my ear. This might be the thumbnail, who knows?
That sounds just like something the person behind us would say.
So, what was your name again?
Takiko Ushina, ultimate little sister, reporting for duty.
Interesting.
You're taller than I expected.
Is you being interrogated by someone?
I get that a lot.
We'll get you started tomorrow.
Get me started on doing what?
Benefiting us, as stated in the trade agreement.
Yes. Alright. Since I'm completely...
Are you really the right ultimate your country was meant to send?
Yep, Takiko Ushina in the flesh. I'm happy to make you smile.
I can't believe you're the one the government picked. Jesus. We could have had the pyrotechnician with endless firepower, or the wits and knowledge of the ultimate mentalist. But they chose the little sister instead. What were they even thinking?
I couldn't tell you.
Ooh, another cliffhanger. Well, that was the end of Chapter 2, Deadly Life. I won't lie, I was a little frustrated with some of those minigames. Mostly that last one. I don't know, like I said, I was just about to give up and just react to someone with the rest of the trial, but I didn't. But mainly because, well, it's like 2 a.m. right now, and I started recording late, about 10 o'clock or so yeah, that's why I was a little frustrated. But regardless, I don't know whether I should do Chapter 3 Daily Life, because after that there's like nothing, or I should just end it here and wait until other chapters come out. I don't know. I'll think about it, but if I do decide to just leave it here, I have another Danganronpa game to play that I found, and I'll just play that until the rest of the chapters come out for this. But regardless, I'm gonna go to sleep now because it's like 2 a.m. right now. Like 2:11 a.m. right now. So yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe for both things. Turn on notifications on so you never miss a single video, and comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.